Hi and welcome to episode 16 of my Krastorio and Space Exploration playthrough series. I'm Icon and today we're finally hit red electronic circuits, and I think if the time will be sufficient we're also going to produce our first chemical tech cards. Can't promise that yet because there's still a lot of things to do. So what I did between the episodes was fetching up some transport belts, and for some odd reason I haven't yet started building my own inserters here at the base. Well, I fixed up these things, and let's fix up the other things. So what we're gonna need are electronic components for all of this. Now, my laboratory is sitting over here, and I got all the necessary materials there. So I have a hard time with this situation right now, but as I have already mentioned in the last episode, I don't plan on keeping this manufacturing process like this forever. So my plan will be to just produce things here on site and pipe them over to the laboratory, because that's going to be a lot faster than or a lot easier to transport than the raw materials over there to the laboratory. 2 belts versus 1 belt, basically. Alright, so sadly this production won't be fueling any red circuits we're going to need for the base, but, well, I do produce enough to steal myself a few where I need them for my own private products, and if we want to upscale the production, I'll need to create larger facilities anyways. And then there's the point where I keep mentioning that I'll ultimately need larger production sites for plastic and glass and quartz anyways. So I feel like it doesn't hurt to have some sloppy array here, just to get the technology going. Because my personal feeling with this game is often that the next technology pack unlocks are really powerful, because they open up new production methods for you, and, well, more often than not, it's I need the new tech packs, or in this scenario tech cards, to get things going properly, basically. Okay, so what's going wrong here? Of course, wishful thinking. That's going wrong. It's of course electronic components and not red circuits. Silly me. Going into what we're gonna do. So the most annoying part about all this is that for the red tech cards, I'm gonna need tons of copper cables and tons of electronic circuits. And, well, wow, I'm even considering to produce my first red belts for this scenario. I'm gonna explain why in the process of creating that facility. But first, let's pipe over the electronic components to the laboratory. I can already imagine that I will restructure this belt here one day. Alright, but for now it'll do. So, base crafting of green circuits happens so far here, which is good because I have a... okay, we're gonna use that. So, green circuits, I'm gonna need 10 of those. So let's get into that block and check it out. I'm gonna need 10 assemblers for that. It's gonna be quite a massive array. I already expected that. And I'm gonna need 20 assemblers for the copper cables. Oh dear. Oh dear, we're gonna need so much material. And also I'm gonna need a second smelter array. But that's for later. So we're also gonna need... how many bricks? Oh man, that's gonna be a big project. Wow, 8 smelter furnaces. Nice. Alright, so let's do this. So I did produce the copper cables here. So in this scenario, we gotta produce several things at once. So I'm gonna need, oh gosh, that's so complicated. At least Helmod does make it complicated. Okay, so I'll just now check out how many resources we're gonna need for 30 copper cables per second. I could arrange that differently here in the system, but I don't wanna. Okay, we're gonna need 30 copper cables for the green circuits and 10 copper cables for the red circuits, but I'm gonna produce those somewhere else. So we're gonna need 15 assemblers. Yeah, definitely gonna go with red belts here, because there's gonna be an output of 30 cables on that machinery, and I have zero interest in splitting that up into 2 yellow belts. That's just horrible. It's just horrible to do that. Luckily, I'll just eat a complete belt load of copper plates on that facility, and that's at least easy to calculate. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a little detour and splitter it off from somewhere else, because I don't want to burden this strain here, honestly. Don't think that's a wise idea. So here we go. Not sure if this is gonna work out as I want it to, but there's enough room to do this. Alrighty, so 15 machines. I think I'm gonna start somewhere around here. Okay. Let's see if that's gonna be possible to array those in a straight line, though. Or I'm gonna hit some spacing problems, but it's looking good. Alright. Luckily, meanwhile, I'm done with the handcrafting process of those gear wheels, so finally hitting that spot. So once that array here is running on full power, we're gonna be doomed. Speaking of doomed, there was a meteor coming down somewhere. It has shown me that we suffered some sort of damage somewhere, but I was unable to see where. No. Message dissipated so quickly. But, well, whatever part of my factory has been hit, I have no clue which one. So, let's check it out. Oh, basic inserters would be enough already. Awesome. So I like to save my resources. Okay, then let's do it like that. I'm done with handcrafting. This only means one thing: more handcrafting. So let's fetch some iron plates, because guess I'm out of the out of stockpiles with these. Okay, so, well, we're gonna lead it upwards. So, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna use fast inserters here, and we're gonna do 7 of those are going to be on a drop near configuration, and 8 of those the other way around. That's not ideal, but I can't do 7.5 inserters, so just want to pack that belt real tight with those belts, with those cables. All right. So, yeah, crafting red circuits is quite a chore in, when you're playing Krastorio, and that's just a low-tier production we're aiming for here. So, the next array will be a lot larger than that. Oh no. The next array will be a lot larger than that. But for now, it's gonna be good. So, next thing we need are 8 furnaces for these things here. So, let's see. So that doesn't really satisfy the needs of these machines. And also, I have no automatic fuel input for that. Let's change that. I mean, I even created a facility which produces fuel, so we don't need to kill everything like that. So I'm handcrafting a few more of those red belts in the background, because I start reaching the point where these are growing more and more important for my gameplay. Okay, so let's bring up those fuel cells I'm producing here and put them to some good use. Well, I keep calling them fuel cells, but actually it's just processed fuel. Whoops. So, well, I'm gonna, well, I don't want to cross the pathways of my laboratories like that, so I'm gonna pipe it through these spaces here. That's one nice example why I really like to keep these little areas available to just make your life easier when you notice things like that, like me noticing being derpy about the fuel supplies here. Because ultimately this would have bitten me at some point, and eventually there would have been a nice chance of me not even realizing what went wrong there. And whatever might be the case, to satisfy 8 furnaces, I'll need a fuel pipe, whether I want it or not. Alright, there we go. So these buggers need to be connected to stone tablet factories. So let's see where I'm gonna put those. But first, let me plug in the furnaces. Alright, so we're gonna need, what? How many stone plates are we gonna need to produce here? I'll need 3 assemblers, and they're gonna take in 10. They're gonna produce 10 stone tablets. Alright, so that's gonna be quite a number, and I guess I'd like to pipe it up that way. So, do I still own a few red underground belts? It's also a good reason to own a few red belts, because that makes it so much easier. Ah, it works. Awesome. So this way things will be a lot easier. Okay, so I now got the copper cable and the stone tablet input. So all we'll need is to set up the facility which will produce the green circuits we need for the red circuits. So let's check out, does that go with the basic inserter? I guess so, but I really like to double check these things. So how many bricks do we produce here? 2.5. Not worth mentioning here. Okay then, so that's gonna be 3 assemblers for those. Ah, wait, that's not what I want to. I want to put down these assemblers back here. Let's see. Tablets. So what's the issue here? Basic inserters, 1 for the input and 2.5 for the output. So we're gonna output on fast inserters here. Bang. And since I'm outputting 10, so I guess every one of those buggers produces 3.33 or something like that per machine 4. Oh, they even produce 4 per machine. Okay, but whatever. 1 drop near tile will be sufficient. That's all I was calculating around. Okay, so this will be good. Alrighty, so I got those, and now I gotta think where to put down 10 assemblers producing green circuits. They certainly won't fit in here. So I'd say we're gonna pipe it like that. Or, well, honestly, I don't see any good reason to do what I do here. Like this. Let's just go like that instead. Wait a sec, I don't even need that. So this way, I guess it's a lot easier to assemble. There we go. So that's gonna be a production of 10. So that's 5 on each side. Well, I'm gonna do it like that. I'm gonna pipe the materials around the facility here. Yes, that does spend a few more belts. I'm aware of that. But it also does make result in a tidier output, in my opinion. So I'm paying attention to the copper cables running close by to my assemblers, so I can put in the copper cables with blue inserters, because the blue inserters are faster than the red inserters. So all we need is to pick up the right recipe, and off we go. So one of you bad boys needs way too many copper cables per second, and you'd need more than one long-handed inserter per second to satisfy the copper cables. That's why it's actually quite important. While I'm, you know me, I'm a lazy boy most of the time, but if parts of my factory need to work under high pressure, I do try to make things right. Doesn't always work out like I want it to, but at least I try. Okay, so pretty sure this will work out though. So output-wise, a single yellow one is okay. I wanted to do it like this because we're gonna have a nice output of the green circuits like this. I don't need to tidy up anything because basically the facility tidies itself up in a way. There we go. Alright, so 20 minutes in, we're definitely not gonna hit the next tech cards in this episode. That was pretty much wishful thinking from my side. Okay, so that's that. And now, well, how to continue. This array here is, or this belt here is completely completely strained. So I'm going to pick up this one here. Why not? Ultimately, it will be insufficient too, but we're a little bit away from that point. So I'm gonna fetch a few more belts. Gonna be right back because I want to check out what kind of building materials I still need. Alrighty, back on track. It's actually only been a few belts and a few inserters. Okay, now then. While I know that it will eventually be a problematic thing to do, I'm gonna take the copper plates from here. So I do expect this thing here to collapse at some point due to the overstrain, but I hope we're just gonna be fine with that. Until then, I hope that I'll just have a larger input of everything, and then we can fix that easily. Alright, speaking about fixing easily, we're needing 5 assemblers here on this side. Okay, so that's those. And let's get back to this recipe here. So here's the deal. I'm gonna be able to add the electronic components and the copper cables together onto one belt if that belt is red. I'm gonna explain why. If it's not already obvious to you, I'm gonna explain why in a sec. But first up, we're gonna be using these. It's just gonna be a repetition of what we did before. There we go. Oops, I can grab these here. Nice. So there we go. Outputting these onto reds. And now I have to, well, let's just try one of those because I always have a hard time figuring out on which side they'll drop. So that's the wrong side. See? This way. It's less work to tidy it up. Alright, so now I'm just gonna set up a little T-merger here, and that's that. I'm doing this because on one side of a yellow belt, only 7.5 items per second can be moved. Like, a yellow belt has a belt speed of 15 items per second, and it has a upper side and a lower side. Since I have to transport 10 copper cables per second, well, I have to take a red one, because the red ones can move 15 items per second on one side. That's that. In case you were wondering what I was up to there. So, and that's the production line. Oh, I'm so happy. It's been a really, really long way to do this. So, 20 of those. Oh my god. So, I'm gonna do a similar thing there. Let's do it differently. So what I'm gonna do here is quite the same thing we did with the green circuits, only larger. So it's gonna be a 5-on-5 composition, and it's gonna be just like that. I'm gonna try if I'm able to do and copy this. Maybe it'll work, so I have less work mirroring that. So let's check this out. Everything here is fine with basic inserters. Now that's some good news finally. And I've lost parts here. All right. Okay, gonna repair that between the episodes. I hope that I'm not gonna forget it. Okay then, so don't need to if I copy that. So let's control copy that. Oh, I want to do that here, just like that. And now I'll just leave enough room to set up some belt to pipe out these materials. Bam. Okay. Just a few connections here and there. Oh gosh, I hate it when that happens. All right. So I hope that the varying speed on those machines doesn't bring me into any trouble. No, I forgot the red inserters. Well, part of me is a little bit concerned that the green stuff is not moving fast enough, but it should be nonsense. Sometimes when things grow too complex, I start being afraid that things might be not as easy as I wish them to be. So feel free to tell me if any machineries here are not working, are not going to be working out as intended. Ah, red circuits. So, there were a few things between me and my progress that needed red circuits. What was that again? Can't remember right now what I had in mind. There was something. There was something which I really, really wanted to produce, but I couldn't because it needed red circuits. What was that again? Oh. Ah, the stack inserters, of course. So, what I'm going to do now, between this and the next episode, is I'm going to produce a bunch of stack inserters and patch them in here, because it's going to be so much easier to load and unload those trains once we have the better inserters. Apart from that, the next big project will be here. So I'm going to need glass, blank tack cards, and some sulfuric acid. That's altogether not that difficult. I can produce these only in advanced assembly or tier 2 assemblers. Fascinating. Anyways, friends, yeah. That's stuff which will happen between the episodes. Thanks so much for watching. Drop a comment down below. Leave a like. Leave a subscribe. I'd be delighted to see your support. Next episode, definitely gonna see those those new tech cards. They already have a slot on my belt, which needs to be filled. All right. Can't wait for it. See you guys next time. Bye bye.